Let's get real, what do these ancient Bible stories have to do with us today? Everything. God packed these stories with lessons and clues about the end times, a divine GPS for what's ahead. These aren't just old tales, they're a roadmap for our future. God knows we remember stories, so he gave us accounts of prophets, kings, and unexpected heroes, each a piece of a bigger puzzle. When you put them together, you see God's love, justice, and his plan to make things right, including you and me. Today we'll look at Jonah and the big fish, Babylon's last wild party, and King Cyrus's surprise move. These aren't just Sunday school tales, they're about choices, consequences, and second chances. They show how God works with people and nations, giving everyone a chance to get on the right side of his story. So lean in. What we're unpacking is more than history, it's a preview and a promise. God is reaching across time to get you ready for the most important event ever. You'll want to be ready. Let's dive in. Jonah was a prophet with a mission. He didn't want warn Nineveh or face destruction. Instead, Jonah ran, boarding a ship in the opposite direction. But you can't outrun God. A violent storm hit and Jonah was tossed overboard straight into the belly of a giant fish for 3 days and nights. In the darkness, Jonah prayed and repented. God gave him a second chance. Here's the twist: Jesus later pointed to Jonah's 3 days in the fish as a sign of his own death and resurrection. Jonah's story wasn't just about saving a city, it pointed to the ultimate salvation through Jesus. Sometimes God calls us to hard things, to share hope with people we'd rather avoid. Jonah's story is a reminder God's plan is bigger than our fears or prejudices. He'll go to extraordinary lengths, even sending a fish to deliver his message of mercy. Jonah's life is a preview of the greatest rescue ever. When God calls, don't run, he's writing a bigger story. Obedience leads to redemption. Jonah's second chance is a promise for us all. God's mission is always about love and redemption. After his fishy detour, Jonah finally delivered God's warning to Nineveh. In 40 days, Nineveh will be overthrown. You'd expect mockery, but the people listened. The king humbled himself, put on sackcloth, and called the whole city, even the animals, to fast and pray. He hoped God would show mercy, and God did. Nineveh's repentance changed their future. God spared them. This reveals God's character. He leans toward mercy, not punishment. Warnings aren't threats. They're invitations to change. Nineveh's story proves that genuine repentance can rewrite destinies. Today, God's final warning goes out to the world. A call to worship the Creator and turn from what separates us from Him. The question, will we humble ourselves and listen or be too proud and distracted? Nineveh's hope is our hope. Hearts can change, even on a massive scale. God's mercy is always within reach. The future isn't set in stone. Repentance opens the door to a new story. Will we listen? Now let's talk Babylon, a city built on pride and power. King Belshazzar threw a wild party using sacred temple cups to toast idols and mock God. Suddenly a mysterious hand wrote on the wall, and the king's bravado vanished. None of his wise men could interpret the message. Babylon's pride led to its downfall. God's patience has limits. The world today is a lot like Babylon, trusting in wealth, technology, and self, while ignoring God. But God sees everything, and there's a line you don't cross. The writing is on the wall for any system or person that sets itself against God. This story is a warning for our times. Pride comes before a fall. God gives chances to humble ourselves, but he won't be mocked forever. A day of reckoning will come. Don't trust in your own security. Trust in God. Babylon's fall is a lesson for us all. How did Babylon fall? The city trusted its mighty river and walls for safety, but the Medes and Persians led by Cyrus diverted the Euphrates, turning the river into a dry path. While Babylon partied, Persian soldiers slipped in under the walls and took the city in a single night. Belshazzar was killed and the empire ended, just as Daniel had warned. The lesson? Don't put your trust in man-made security. Revelation says spiritual Babylon's waters will dry up before its final fall. The end will come unexpectedly, like a thief in the night. People will feel safe, but false security will fail. The fall of ancient Babylon is a blueprint for the world's final opposition to God. Only trust in God endures. Be spiritually alert and ready. The systems of this world can't save us. Our true security is in the Lord. Enter Cyrus the Great, named by God in prophecy 150 years before his birth. God called Cyrus to conquer Babylon and free the Jewish captives, letting them return and rebuild Jerusalem. Cyrus wasn't a believer, but God used him to fulfill his promise. He restored the temple treasures and provided resources for rebuilding. Cyrus's liberation brought hope and joy after 70 years of exile. But Cyrus is more than a historical figure, he's a symbol of Jesus. Cyrus conquered Babylon and set captives free. Jesus conquers sin and sets us free forever. Cyrus sent people home. Jesus will bring us to the New Jerusalem. Cyrus rebuilt the temple. Jesus builds a spiritual temple in us. The parallels are stunning. Cyrus's story is a glimpse of the ultimate deliverance Jesus brings. The king is coming to break every chain. Get ready for the true homecoming. So what's the takeaway? Through Jonah, Babylon, and Cyrus, one truth stands out. God is in control, and our choices matter. He gives everyone a chance to know the truth and choose what's right. God is always reaching out, always offering a way back. Today, he's sending his final message, calling us to get ready for Jesus' return. We can be like Nineveh, humble and open to mercy, or like Belshazzar, proud and blind to warning. The choice between humility and pride shapes our destiny. It's not about perfection, but a willing heart. Trust God's plan. He has a deliverance ready for you through Jesus. Don't rely on the world's false security. Put your faith in the eternal King. Read his word, pray, and prepare your heart. The grand finale is coming. The King is on his way. Be ready and welcome him with joy.